Alrighty, everybody, welcome to Casual Sports Stock Podcast, Week 6 NFL Stocks Edition. And now we got a gentleman right over here who's looking at the 2026 draft boards for the Browns. Here's Chris!
Honestly, the way we keep trading away people and receiving draft picks, we're going to get it should be a good draft class come 2026. So yeah, I'm not too mad or embarrassed about it. Hopefully Andrew Berry, our GM for the Browns, is smart enough and knows what he's doing. That's
we'll
not always
see.
true, though.
We'll see how it goes, indeed. And now we got a gentleman right over here who's disappointed that all three of his Tigers, Wolverines, and Lions, lost this last week. Here's Douglas.
What are you talking about, Stu? I'm so excited that they all lost.
Yeah, aren't you excited? Isn't this what a Michigan fan's dream is, to have all three of his favorite teams lose?
You know, Stu, it is the dream, but at least the Cowboys lost, so there's some silver lining here.
Boo. Boo. Why you gotta do this? Why you gotta do this on my boys? Even
Stu,
though
I'm gonna continue to deflect my emotions on my team's losing to your team's also losing.
Hey, I'm just saying. At least Texas won this week.
Yeah, they did. They look good in the good old Red River rivalry. I can't talk. Red River rivalry this week.
Yes. And speaking, I figured, before we talk about the football this week, we have to talk about a couple eulogies. And one of them is your Tigers, Douglas.
This isn't a baseball podcast, Stu. That was one of the best games I've ever watched. I mean, obviously I wanted the Tigers to win, but that game had everything. Elite pitching, like it was fun. Like 15 innings.
Yeah, 15 innings, game 5, man, that was awesome.
Yeah, longest game and like in a winner-take-all game in MLB history. I mean, it would have been nice if the Tigers could have made a clutch hit, but I don't know, man. Hopefully we can lock down Scooble. We need to
I
lock down
will at least give them credit because, like, the Tigers, there could be a scenario where they don't make a postseason, just have an embarrassing loss, and then don't make the postseason, and then they're kind of a joke. But they at least made it. They won a playoff game. They won a playoff series, and they won 15 games against the Mariners.
I mean, we pushed them to game 5, and I mean, honestly, the Tigers need a bat. We have some decent hitters, but we need that big name in the front of the lineup.
Let's be honest.
But I mean, the pitching is electric. The hitting was solid, but when it mattered most, we left a ton of runners on base. It's not a formula to win in the postseason, unfortunately.
It is not a postseason win. And we got another eulogy. Brr, brr, brr. The saddest news of all college football. James Franklin got fired from Penn State.
Stu, he made $49 million for getting fired. Like, I would take that every day.
I will be a patsy. Let's be honest.
There's some sort of fine print in his contract where he has to apply and actually try to get other coaching jobs. And there's some sort of math out there with his contract that if the new coaching job isn't worth $8 million a year, then, like, say if it's worth like $2 million, then Penn State will pay him the difference of that $8 million versus whatever he gets paid. So in that case, if he gets paid $2 million, then they'll pay him $6 million a year for, I forget how many years it is, but yeah, hopefully.
It's so sad for me as a Buckeyes fan and Douglas is a Wolverine fan that James Franklin got fired, because those were guaranteed games for us.
Not always.
We never lost against him.
You did one time, like 10 years ago. Still remember.
That's it. 1 in 10.
So I want to say for sure games, Penn State always puts up a great fight, no matter who they play.
He was 4-21 against, like, I think top 10 opponents or something like that, like the third worst in like college football history. So like the dude definitely cannot get it done. And I mean, seeing Indiana then beat Oregon, it's just like one of those weird things, where it's like seeing them lose at home to Northwestern. Like I don't blame them for firing him in that moment. Like, like I get the Oregon one, the UCLA one makes no sense, but the Northwestern one at home is inexcusable. Like I would have done the same thing.
No excuse for that. That was a pitiful loss right there. Such a pitiful loss. Like, you should not be doing that right now.
But thank goodness they got Jim Knowles away from the Buckeyes, right? Buckeyes have a historically good defense, and Jim Knowles is getting up 42 to UCLA.
Yeah.
You love
Who's
to
Jim
see it.
Knowles? Is he like the coach of the Penn State Lions now?
He was your all's defensive coordinator last year, and then he switched to Penn State this year.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
Oh, good luck for him.
Yeah, so that's going to be rough when he gets absolutely destroyed here in a couple weeks.
Yep, guaranteed. You know, I always think about it. There's 3 things that are guaranteed in life. That is death, taxes, and Penn State losing to Ohio State.
Nice.
Cool.
Yes, that's true. But anyway, we figured we'd do the quick eulogy on those 2. But now we got to talk about Week 6 NFL right now, gentlemen. What did you think about this week? This is a crazy week of football. I thought last week was crazy. This week is like... And also, Douglas, do you want to show an apology to the Chiefs when you said that they're frauds?
Not really, Stu. I mean, I really don't. Like, they won a game. They somehow had 0 penalties called on them, which was baloney.
Oh,
You know, like literally 0 penalties. Like, no way. They got penalized 13 times against Jacksonville and 0 all of a sudden against the Lions.
They just got better.
Baloney. Yeah, no, that's baloney. We were without 5 of our top 6 defensive backs, which made us play a boatload of zone, which is what Travis Kelce thrives in, is finding the holes in the zone.
Yep.
So it's just like a bunch of really bad things. We made bad plays at bad times. You know, like we should have, Amon-Ra should have caught that ball on 4th down. Kind of baloney late penalty called on the first Lions touchdown too. Whatever. The rest don't even throw a flag. And I was like, wait a second, it's in Kansas City. Make sure we don't give them the touchdown. So it's like, you play that game again. I like our chances if we're healthy. But like, it sucked to watch, but like, it's one game. I mean, if we lose to the Buccaneers, I mean, it's still not the end of the world because the Buccaneers are freaking playing amazing too. But we definitely were. Dan Campbell said we needed 30 to win, so we put up 17 and we made some mistakes. So not going to win like that.
No, you're not going to win in that season, but that's okay. But
you can't win them all.
You cannot win them all, indeed. But now, gentlemen, we got to talk about 30 teams right now this week of NFL. And we're going to start with my favorite frauds of all time. If only my Cowboys would have won instead of choking, I would have been like, Eagles are frauds. Eagles are frauds.
I mean, Stu, that Eagles offense is kind of fraudulent right now.
Yes.
Like it's somebody that drafted Saquon Barkley. I'm extremely disappointed in this unit.
This team looked atrocious. I know, lost 17 points, mind you, against the Giants. 34-17. This team was atrocious. Let's be honest. They did not look like their Super Bowl teams.
I mean, Stu, they were scatterboomed.
They were scatterbooed out. I mean, last week.
3 touchdowns from Scatterboo. Let's go. Love him.
Yes. The power of Scatterboo, who got 3 TDs, if I remember correctly.
He got 3 TDs. I thought it was hilarious when the Giants coach is going into the concussion tent. Like, you don't let Russell Wilson in this game. Get Jackson Dart out here.
No. We were like, thank God. It's like he should not be named. Do not bring Russell Wilson. No. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Could you imagine if they still had a healthy Malik Neighbors too, man? Like, we could be talking about a team that can make a run. This could be vintage 2011 Giants too.
About that.
I don't know what we gave the Giants last week, but man, their
last week
skyrocketing.
But anyway,
let's get the Eagles first, and then we'll talk about the Giants.
And I should say, gentlemen, so this is going to be the fun part. So from now on, we're going to do our theoretical playoffs right now.
Oh.
For each week.
Isn't that what we do with the rankings each week?
Yes. So this week, we got the Eagles at 7. They would make their division, but they're 4-2. And they would play against the Seahawks. So I'm going to go first. They are lucky that we're in the division right now. We're doing our theoretical playoffs because I would give this team a 5, just for that pitiful of a game.
Of course,
based on our values, 5 isn't making the playoffs, though, Stu.
I'll say
they
the
will still make the playoffs. But I'm going to give them the 6 because this team does not look like they're going to win a playoff game. You lost 15-17 against the Giants.
Dude, let me ask you a genuine question though. Why do the Chiefs get every benefit of the doubt and the Eagles get absolutely none in your constant rankings every week? It's like the Chiefs can lose and lose and lose. You're like, but they'll figure it out. But the Eagles have won 2 Super Bowls.
Okay,
and you're saying, no, they're going to joke. Do you know what Jalen Hurts does, Stu? Do you know what Jalen Hurts does? He wins games, Stu. He wins games when it matters most.
2 losses. First of all.
The Cowboys have like 3.
Okay, don't get me started on the Cowboys. They're atrocious right now. But hear me out on why I'm a little bit lower on the Eagles versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs have at least lost games, but they've been close. If the Chiefs were doing like the Ravens right now and they're just getting blown out by like 30 points and getting mediocre, I would be putting them at the 2s and 1s. But the Chiefs have been close.
All right, Stu. However you want to justify
that's what I would say. I will be fair. If they were being like Ravens level bad, like the Ravens are getting 2s, spoiler alert, and I would be giving them the 2s. Eagles, I've been having close games. I've been giving them at the 7, but this team deserves the 6 because it's just like you lost badly against First of all, you lost badly against a Giants team who I don't think is that good. And secondly, I don't even know they're going to make a postseason because this division is pretty much. But this division is kind of getting trashy right now.
I'll say the Commanders lost, the Cowboys lost. The only team that won is the Giants. Are they the only team that's going to make the playoffs now, Stu?
Yes, it's going to be Giants.
As they didn't overreact each week.
Yes, this is overreaction podcast.
Can I give my value so that we're not spending 5 minutes on each team, especially a team that loses?
Yeah.
Also, side note, the Blue Jays just had a 5-run third inning. They're up 5-2 here in game 3. But the Eagles. I think the Eagles were a 7 last week. They go to a 6. I mean, they'd still make the playoffs. I know, like you guys mentioned, and I agree that their offense was not where it was last year. But I mean, I'm sure. I don't want to say I'm sure that they'll bounce back because these values are on what they're currently doing. So yeah, I'm comfortable with the 6, making the playoffs, not winning a game. So, yeah.
This is random. I just watched Amon-Ra shoot out a cannon, like a T-shirt, into the Red Wings game crowd, and then he hit the 6-7. It was pretty fun. But anyways, I'll give the Eagles a 6. They're no longer a 7. That's where I was going with that.
Sweet. At least you all agree with me. Thank God.
I fully agree. I mean, they obviously don't look like a team that's going to win a playoff game, but also you're saying, oh my God, they're 4. They're 4-2. Oh my God, the sky is falling. They beat my Cowboys and they're 4-2. Like, they're solid in the playoffs. The Commanders lost at home to the frickin' Bears, and we're sitting here worried about Philadelphia even making the playoffs. Like, come on, get that out of here.
Okay, fine indeed. And now we got the New York Giants, who we all gave 1s to. They won a game decisively. Look at Jackson Dart right there. We decided they had 2 plays with Russell Wilson. They were like, no, get him out of concussion protocol. No, we don't want this. Please. Worse than death right now. We don't want the Russ man there.
Can't say I blame him, Stu.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with them. I agree with what they did in getting Jackson Dart back out on the field.
But anyway, last week we gave all the Giants 1s. So
yeah, yeah, go ahead, Doug. You got
I'll say, how many touchdowns does Scadaboo have?
5 on the season. He had 3 last week and then 5. He has 5 total.
3 on the week. Give me a 3 for the Giants, man. I mean, they've been playing decent ball. Like, they easily could have beat the Cowboys. Like, granted, they lost to the Saints, which sucks, but, like, you have 2 wins now. Jackson Dart looks legit, and, like, I'm digging where they're going. Like, there's finally a direction for this team.
I'm gonna bump them all the way to a 4. Yeah, I mean, they're playing well. I mean, if it wasn't for the first 3 or 4 weeks where they were shaky, weren't really finding what they were doing, this could be a team that could be 3-3, 4-2, better record. But don't let the record perceive you, because I think they're gonna be marching up here shortly.
Oh my goodness! You know what I gotta say? I'm bouncing that stock up to a 3 right here. I agree with you, Douglas, because I feel like, you know what? This is a good Eagles team, even though they're kind of fraudulent, but still, because I like to put in my shade of my Eagles hatred right
Yep.
here. I
Dude, that's
think
why I got to match with the Cowboy shade, with all due respect. With every shade that you throw at the Eagles, I have to match it for some Cowboy shade.
I'm just saying. I feel like that I have to deal with all the pain and suffering as a Cowboys fan. I'm just saying this season. But the Giants are looking good. They had a good week. Could I see them in the playoff? Could I see Jackson Dart? It's still a long shot.
I mean, if they had
But-
Malik Neighbors, I would really like their chances, but like they probably don't have enough to truly make a run. But they'll be a fun team to watch, though. I mean, I'll definitely tune in now when they play because they got some swagger right now.
Yeah, they finally got some swagger, and I feel like I could see them being like an 8-9 team. I could see them maybe at the end going to like an 8-9, 7-10. Hey, it's a lot better than we thought.
No, there's some optimism. It's fun.
There is some optimism indeed. And speaking of opposite of optimism, we got some pessimism when we got the New York Jets sucked at this game 11-13. I know this game was close. I know the Broncos had an ugly win. But did you know the craziest stat on the second half right there on the Jets? So the Jets on their rushing yards and passing yards, they had negative 11 yards.
Like
Well,
the entire game. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That's terrible.
In the second half.
But do you know what I have to say about that, gentlemen?
I remember the entire game.
This is why you don't draft Ohio State quarterbacks.
Boo!
Is that what
Boo!
it's called? You draft their receivers, you draft their offensive linemen, you draft their defensive ends.
Yeah.
You can draft
no quarterbacks from
Yeah,
Ohio.
like CJ Stroud, I mean, I guess might be the exception, but like that was atrocious.
I mean, CJ Stroud, even he's been on the downhill slump. So
Yeah.
So I should say last week we gave the Jets all ones. We're going to continue the ones, right?
I'll say make it easy, Stu. Just give me a 1. I don't want to talk about this team.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll give them
But-
one as well. I agree.
We got to talk about the other immortality right now. As always, they're 0-6.
Mm-hmm.
Will they have 11 more losses?
I mean, after watching this offensive performance, I don't think so, but there's a chance. Until they win a game, Stu, there's a chance.
So, gun to your head, what do you think, Christopher? Will the Jets hit the same immortality as Browns and Lions and going 0-17?
Oh man, I think you might have texted us that, and I think my response was no. They'll probably they'll squeak out a win here or there. I mean, I'm pretty sure they still have to play the Dolphins either 1 or 2 more times. Dolphins are looking equally as bad. I know Dolphins have 1 win on the season. But yeah, I think the Jets could beat the Dolphins or whoever they got coming on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, in this one. And now we got Broncos country. Let's ride. This is an ugly win. Can we at least agree that's an ugly win?
No, Stu, I thought it was so pretty. 13-10 against a terrible team.
13-11, mind you.
We know how to
13-11.
give the international fans a good showing. 1 touchdown, the rest was kicks. Terrible game.
You know, we
This
know
is a
they love
terrible game.
soccer.
I watched this game and I was like, oh my God, this is atrocious.
Yeah, we wanted to give them the authentic football. Lots of kicking.
Yes, a lot of kicking indeed. So technically, the Broncos would make the postseason in the theoretical playoffs. And where last week we all gave them 7s and 6. They would play against the Steelers.
Start us off, Stu. Start us off. What do you think?
Oh God. Is it bad that I think the Broncos can't beat the Steelers? But then I know the Steelers can't beat the Broncos.
Well, somebody's got to win.
They're looking like one of the best teams in definitely the AFC, but possibly the NFL right now.
I'll say I am starting to get some faith on the Steelers. Like, I didn't think I would have any this year, and they have proven me wrong.
But I always heard this story before. If you probably looked at our recordings last year, I'd probably be like, wow, Russell Wilson's looking good. The Steelers are looking good.
When did we say? I said that they were better with Russell Wilson or with Justin Fields like all season.
Yes.
I thought Russell Wilson pulled them back from what they could have been.
But anyway, last week I gave him a 7. I'll keep him at the 7. I still feel like the Steelers can't do it, but we'll see.
And sir, I gave him the 6 or the 7. Which one did I give?
You gave him a 6, but do you think they can beat the Steelers?
I'm comfortable with the 6. They're not going to move up after a 2-point. I know it was an international game, Players might have the jitters or being nervous, what have you. But a game is a game. Doesn't matter where you're playing it. You're playing on a 100-yard field. You should be able to beat the Jets more than by 2 points, and you should not allow the Jets to. Well, I think it was an offensive holding that led to that safety in favor of the Jets. I'm not going to raise them to a 7 after a 2-point win against a winless team. 6.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to drop them down. Like, I'll keep them at a 7, but obviously there's some red flags, but they're still 4-2. There's still some nice wins, so not going to be too much of a hater because they still won this week.
Yeah, they still won this week. I still feel like this is still like a mid Broncos team. I kind of feel like Bo Nix is in a little bit of that sophomore slump, but he's not like going down in the sophomore slump. If that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But speaking of other slumps right there, we got the Baltimore Ravens absolutely looking atrocious, 3-17.
Yeah.
Man, the Ravens look awful.
I mean, the Ravens are they missing some defensive players too? Because
Yes,
Lamar Jackson just can't put an evil curse on the entire team.
Yes. First of
They
all,
are like their best defensive lineman was out, and they got some pieces missing.
but I guess I will ask Douglas and Christopher, who's going to win the Injury Bowl? Is it the Baltimore Ravens or the San Francisco 49ers?
Ooh,
49ers for sure. The Niners have a pulse, man. The Ravens have no pulse right now.
Yes.
Like the Ravens, I think the Ravens would possibly lose to the Jets if they were to play tomorrow.
Yes, I do agree. This is like the craziest fall. Nobody expected Baltimore to do this fall. But Christopher, you're going to go first. You gave them a 3. Please do not give this team a 3. They don't deserve a 3.
Yeah, I mean the way they're currently playing, I'd give them a 2 because they're 1-5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you score 3 points at home. There's not much good to say about that game. And Derrick Henry, maybe is Derrick Henry since he's out. His quarterback's out. The leader of the team. Maybe Derrick Henry hasn't been producing anything the last 3 or 4 weeks. So that's another top running back fantasy wise that. Not a good top pick. For
No.
fantasy.
Also, how did you feel that Cooper Rush got benched and they decided to go with your former Browns quarterback, Tyler Huntley?
Nice, dude. Tyler Huntley. So the Browns we had him during the preseason. The Ravens had him last season. He keeps going between the Browns and the Ravens. Not a bad quarterback. Obviously not a good quarterback. 3 points. Yeah,
but
so
still,
Ravens not looking good.
Spoiler alert: Tyler Huntley did not score any TDs or field goals.
They only scored 3 points. There's
only 3 points.
No one on their team scored any touchdowns.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go with the 2 as well. Like, what a fall from grace! I saw a very dramatic post. I was like, maybe Michigan fires their coach and they get the other Harbaugh, so we can then have both Harbaughs coach Michigan. I mean, that'd be kind of a funny full circle moment. But not very likely, but still kind of funny.
No, it is not likely. It's the circle of coaches because John Harbaugh sucks as a coach right now.
I mean, he's having a rough year, but he still won a Super Bowl and he's still a perennial contender.
I mean, yeah, he does more than what us schmucks done, but still, it's like, is it time to get rid of him?
It's got to be on the radar for sure. I mean, it's also like you got to factor in the injuries, but he might have lost his touch a little.
You guys think he's doing that bad? I think it's just because the injuries that the Ravens are 1-5. That's not the coaching. It's just
but still.
Yeah, but the loss of the Lions and the Bills though were coaching. It felt like execution. Like they should have beat the Bills. They had a
17-point lead at one point, right? The Lions, they had a 14-point lead and they blew that game.
Maybe it is the coaching. Gotcha.
Luckily, this team is not getting a 1 because I don't think it's atrocious, but it's a 2. This is a disappointment too, and it's just because I love the Ravens. I love how the Ravens have been doing, but not this year. This honestly makes me feel like this is and I think, is Lamar going to be out for 2 more weeks? So I know this week he's going to be out, and then I think he'll be back next week.
Well, good thing it's the Ravens bye week, so they won't suffer another loss. But then the following week,
Yeah, that's true. They at least got another. They won't have another loss, but still.
The only thing that works in their favor is, I mean, it's still early enough to where like they are a team that is capable of a run with a healthy Lamar.
Right.
Yeah, but they gotta win every single game, or at least have like only 1 or 2 losses.
Yeah, they're 5 losses. They probably could finish with 7 to make the playoffs. They'd be 10.
I mean, maybe even 9. Like if they go 9-8, so I mean, it's possible they can finish 8-3. I mean, it's not likely, but you never know when you have a 2-time MVP quarterback.
And I feel like you got to be like almost perfect, no mistakes, no like choke losses. You know what I mean? To make it to the postseason. But wouldn't you agree, gentlemen? Ravens, gun to your head, they're not making no postseason.
Well, yeah, we don't give a team a 2 and assume they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I would agree that they're not going to make the postseason right now.
Not in this Ravens team. And now we got the LA Rams, where they rammed it with your favorite quarterback, Stafford, Douglas.
Probably like second favorite. Goff's my dude, man. We love ourselves some Jared Goff around here. I mean, Stafford's fun. The team's well built. I mean, obviously, anytime that you can win a nice road game in the NFL, it's awesome. I'm gonna stick out a nice 7 for this team. I mean, I think they're also another 4-2 team.
So I should have asked Douglas. They would play against the Packers. Could they beat the Packers?
Oh yeah, they definitely could. I mean, I like this. Like their whole team is just so well built. I mean, they're a team that you don't want to see in the playoffs. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think they could beat the Packers. The Packers has been kind of a little bit sussy. I know they're in the division lead right now, which he was right, but I still kind of feel like they're a little sussy right now. And I'm not like 100%, and I still feel like the Rams could make it in this division. I think they could. I think, gun to my head, I think the Rams win this division. I think they can probably I know they're behind the 49ers, but I think they can beat the 49ers. And I think they can win the division. And now it's up to you, Christopher. What do you think about the Rams?
I think we gave the Rams a 7 last week. I'd keep them at a 7. If we gave them a 6, and yeah, like Doug said, I agree. They'd be able to beat the Packers. Yeah, there's something about the Packers, is what they're currently doing. I think the Rams, like Doug said, well put together team. They got the entire package. So yeah, I'd consider them going to the second round of the NFL playoffs this season.
It is crazy because we all gave them 6s last week. So,
oh wow, nice.
Yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, resume the podcast. All right, sweet. I just went back by accident, and now, oh God, why?
Yeah, here we go.
Why? This is awful. We don't suck. Why?
You guys suck. You guys lost to the Carolina Panthers.
I was going to say, Stu, saying that you guys don't suck is like calling the Eagles frauds.
Right? Like, come on, Stu. If you don't say the Cowboys suck, then nothing that comes out of your mouth is credible.
Come on, Stu. Get real, man.
Yeah,
everything is credible right there. How dare you all?
Sir, we just talked about the Ravens, how their injury, they're battling injuries. Obviously, the Cowboys, well, they're not battling injuries. They traded Michael Parsons. But, yeah, CeeDee Lamb offensively, with an injury, he could be back this week, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But still, like, I will tell you this. Dak's playing amazing. It's just the defense is atrocious.
Hey, Stu, here's the problem, bro. It's a full team sport.
That's right.
Ask the Bengals. They missed the playoffs with one of the great.
Dak Prescott. We're here to talk about the offense and the defense.
Why?
Why? We play half the game really well.
We did not play well. This was awful. Last week we all gave 4s.
Yeah, that's generous. Jeez Louise.
This is awful. First of all, why did we lose to Bryce Young and the Panthers? Why do we like an egg like that? We're supposed to win.
You guys lost to Rico Dowdle on the Panthers.
We made Rico. We got rid of Rico Dowdle, and he did this to my team.
It's called a revenge.
To my team.
Yeah, sir. Come on, get in the game.
This is so frustrating. You know who I'm going to blame this loss to?
Jerry Jones.
Yes.
All right,
It's
there
the
you go.
fault of this one. Why did we not do anything in the offseason to fix this atrocious defense? Why? Why? Why did we trade Micah? Why did we trade Micah Parsons? Why do we give big contracts to Dak and CD and you're not going to pay Micah? Why is our defense so atrocious? Why can't we get good? Honestly, the defensive coordinator needs to be fired at the end of the season. I don't care. This defense is atrocious. Boot him out.
Haven't I been saying this for about 3 weeks, Stu?
Yes.
It's embarrassing to watch.
This is embarrassing.
How many scrimmage yards did Dowd will get? Like 250?
Yes.
Yeah, 239 scrimmage yards for Mr. Rico Dowdle. 1 touchdown.
This is awful.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, I
can't
don't.
believe you guys have even won again.
Like, he did average of 6.1 yards per play.
Nice.
Per play. Just saying.
Let's go, Rico.
Why do I have to deal with this?
Oh.
This is awful. I honestly feel like that we need to give this team. I'm giving them the 3. They deserve the 3.
What did we give them last week, Stu?
Maybe I'll give them 4s.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
This team does not deserve anything great right now. I'm just so mad right now. So frustrated.
I'm definitely comfortable with a 3. I would say a 2, but we can't stoop to that level because the 2s right now, they're the 1 and 5 teams. Or a lot of them are 1 and 5s in Dallas. They're not there just yet. We'll see how they do this upcoming week.
Who do they play this week?
We play against the Commanders. The Commanders look sussy too, okay?
But it's a hard Dallas, though.
I mean, I don't know, bro. Jaden Daniels about to rip that defense a new one.
Right.
No. But also, it might happen. Just saying.
Stu, Russell Wilson destroyed this defense. Got benched like 2 weeks later. Like it's a bad defense. Okay, it's bad. You better hope that Dak throws for 600 yards and CeeDee Lamb catches 8 touchdowns somehow.
And that's the frustrating part. I think we're wasting Dak's career because it's atrocious defense, because of Jerry Jones, because of management. And you can't fire Jerry.
Stu, you should have started a GoFundMe to pay Micah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sir, time to find yourself a new team, a new favorite team.
No,
yes,
I will
jump
never.
over to the team bandwagon while it gets hot.
How dare you? How dare you? I'm just saying.
I mean, you're already halfway on board, Stu. Just make the full leap.
Okay, I'll be a Chiefs fan. I don't. No.
Sure, but as a Dallas Cowboys fan, Stu, and you just said that we're wasting Dak Prescott's career. Is there any other quarterback you'd rather have than Dak Prescott besides like the obviously Angels like Josh Allen? Like being realistic, would you rather have another quarterback?
Okay, let's be honest. I wouldn't want Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, that's not realistic. That's not realistic. The Cowboys cannot get Jalen Hurts and will not get Jalen Hurts.
I mean, there's nobody else. I'm not going to get Kirk Cousins. Oh, God.
I mean, you never know. That might be in the playing cards for Mr. Jerry Jones.
No.
I mean, he always has a Joker card hanging out of his back pocket when he traded Micah. So,
well, I mean, Jerry did say that he thinks Dak is indispensable to this team, to be fair. And so you got to figure Jerry wants Dak to be a Cowboy for life, pay him $65 million a year for a losing record.
Smart.
Can you imagine making $62 million a year to lose a lot of games? That'd be crazy.
Why you got to do this to me? Why?
I'm not sure what Deshaun Watson's numbers are, but we're paying him $9 million to play football.
No, I do not want Predator Watson on my team.
That was not the question, sir.
No.
Well, Stu, and thank goodness for our boy Dak, there no state income tax in Texas, so he's really banking that $62 million.
He's banking. He is definitely getting paid right now.
He's getting paid, and the Cowboys are getting a 3 from me as well.
Nice. There we go. There we go.
Thank God you guys are not giving them 2s. Like, thank God.
I mean, Stu, we're realists here. We're realists. We know that the Cowboys suck, but it's because of their defense. We understand.
But wonder if they lose the Commanders at home Sunday, 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If Cowboys lose, that 2's looking more prime for them.
No. And now, speaking of crying on the inside, why? Why does Bryce Young beat my boys?
3 touchdowns, baby. He looked like an MVP, not MVP, but yeah, he looked like
He's
a top
not
10
an
quarterback
MVP.
out there.
He
Sir,
looked
what did we
amazing.
give the Panthers last week?
Last week we gave the Carolina Panthers all 3s except for Douglas. You gave him a 4.
Oh man,
Oh,
I do believe the Panthers sit 3-3. They just had a great home victory over the apparently America's team.
Apparently, America's team. It is America's team.
No,
I mean,
not this day and age.
dude, the Patriots are 4-2 right now, and technically in first in their division. That sounds like America's team.
No, that's America's embarrassment. No one talks about that.
I don't know, Stu. I mean, I'm personally gonna stick with a 4. Like, I don't think they're quite 5 material, but they're 3-3. You know, maybe we get somewhere. This is a team that could make a push.
Oh yeah, if we're gonna go to me, then yeah, I'm gonna go increase them from a 3 to a 4. I mean, there's another team in that division that's probably gonna be the 5. Panthers, like Doug said, they're not playing like a team that's just gonna miss the playoffs because 5 are teams that just miss the playoffs barely. They're playing like a team that will miss the playoffs by several games. So yeah, I'm comfortable with a 4.
Yeah, I'll give them the 4. I'll be nice. They did win. They are 3-3. They're in that mid spot. They're in that that Minnesota Chicago mid. But why does it have to be my boys? Why? Can you explain that to me?
You try telling them to play better.
Yes.
Yeah, come on.
Yes. Why do I have to live in this world? Why do I have to live in this world where Jerry Jones? It's gonna stink that in December I got to do their eulogy.
Well,
why not
Stu,
November? Come on.
yes, Stu, let's be optimistic. Let's go after the Lions loss here in November. They're done for the year.
Yeah.
Oh,
They can just
Why?
lose 3 games.
Why?
All 4 November. Heck yeah.
Why do you got to do this? Why? I don't want this.
Funny.
This is heartbreaking. I'm going home. I'm crying on the inside. And speaking of another heartbreaks of losses, the Arizona Cardinals lost another game to, I believe they lost to the Colts 27-31. So we'll start with you, Douglas, as the Cardinals hater and lover.
I'm in Arizona right now, Stu. I'm happy to talk about them. I mean, they played oddly competitive in this game. I mean, it's just kind of the Cardinals seem like one of these teams that just don't really know how to finish games. Marvin Harrison went out with a concussion, of course, so they were my fantasy week again. And they're one of those teams that they feel like they're in football hell. It's like they're competitive a lot. They lost on the last second field goal to the 49ers. They could have easily won this game. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're what? Are they 2-4? Or are they 3-3?
They're 2-4. And last week, you and Christopher gave them 3s. I was the only one that gave them a 2 because I was so salty about that loss.
I mean, I'm going to stay with the 3. I mean, the Colts literally have the number 1 rated, or one of the best offenses. Like, they're a complete team, and the Cardinals hung in there. So they're not quite at the 2 level yet.
It's kind of frustrating because I kind of feel like it's like they did hang in there, but I'm just like, there's a part of me I'm like, when will Kyler Murray get benched?
Who's his backup?
I think his backup played for did he play for this week?
Yeah, he did. Kyler was out, I think.
Yeah, he's out for concussion protocol, right?
It's Jacoby Brisket. Well, Brissett. My friend
Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, wow.
Man, Jacoby Brisket? Why did you mispronounce that, Christopher?
Because my friends and I, we like brisket, so that's why I call him Jacoby Brisket.
Yeah, I'm still going to give them a 2.
I mispronounced it on purpose. But yeah.
I still feel like this team is bad. It's not really looking good. It's just like, I know this might be the only 2-4 team that I gave 2s, but I'm just like, is this the weakest 4-2 team? It probably is.
Yeah, I mean, injuries. You know, Marvin Harrison, concussion. Their running back, Trey Benson, James Conner, Kyler Murray. Well, he's not injured. Well, was he injured, or he just come out of the game because they're like struggling, or what's going on?
I can look it up.
It was probably an injury because this game was close. I don't know why they would take Kyler Murray out.
Yeah, no, he was out. I mean, he was my fantasy quarterback, and I had to play Jared Goff this week over him because he was out.
Like, Kyler Murray was out the entire game?
Yeah, I think he missed this week. I don't remember why, but I'm pretty sure he was just out.
Must be maybe personal reasons or what have you. But I'm comfortable with a 3. Yeah, they're 2-4. Not going to go anywhere. Can't go to a 2. Can't go to a 4 when you're at 2-4.
Yeah, this is still like a 3 team right there. So we'll see how it goes right over here. And now we got the Indianapolis Colts, which is who would have thunk in the theoretical playoffs, gentlemen, that we literally thought that the Colts would get the bye.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. How do we live in this world? How do we live in this world where Daniel the Derp Jones is not derping anymore?
You're asking the right questions, Stu.
A struggling quarterback
because
in one franchise goes to a different franchise and excels. I mean, it's happening all
Are
around.
you telling me it might be the franchise itself that sucks? What?
See, maybe, but Jackson Dart's over there thriving, so who knows?
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But last week we all gave him 7s.
Oof.
I can't give him the 8 yet. I don't
Why
know.
not?
I don't trust it. I know they got the bye. I know they got like a lot of teams, but I'm like, I can't give this team an 8. I just can't. I don't trust it. I don't trust the process yet. We'll start with you, Christopher.
Yeah, I mean, who else? I mean, obviously the Bills would be up there, contender for the 8. Chargers would be up there, possibly the Steelers. Yeah, I'm comfortable with a 7 at the moment. Continue there. I don't even know who they're playing this upcoming week, but if they can scratch out another win, be 6-1. Oh man, that 8's looking more pretty.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they're on the edge. I mean, they're like a 7.5 to me. I mean, they're definitely legit. I mean, the offense is legit. And the thing is, they built this team the right way. Like, I think they're a team with Jonathan Taylor and co. They're a team that's built for a playoff run. But, until Daniel Jones does it, it's hard to envision them, like, going over the other teams in this division.
Maybe
Now,
Daniel
I
Jones
will say
is
they will play against the Rams next week, so we'll see.
No, the Colts are playing in Los Angeles against the Chargers next week.
I'm sorry, they're against the Chargers.
The winner of that game, in my opinion, is going to be the 8 because you got 5-1 Colts, 4-2 Chargers. So yeah, that's the battle of the 8 right there.
We got the battle of the 8 indeed. And now we got the Jacksonville Jaguars finally getting a loss right there, losing 12-20 against the Seattle Seahawks right now.
Yeah.
And now the Seahawks, Jags are still in the theoretical playoffs right now, gentlemen, as of right now. So they are number 6. They would play against the Chargers.
Yeah. That's a tricky team, man, because they're up and down. There's definitely potential, but I don't know. I'm going to go with the 6 personally. Like, I think they're a playoff team. They should be a playoff team, but like, it's hard to envision them beating a lot of these other teams in the AFC, including the Colts, the Chargers, the Steelers. Like, it's really hard to envision them beating really solid teams,
Yeah. I mean, I should say, Douglas, last week you gave him a 7. Me and Christopher gave him 6s. I think I do agree with you. Is this the week? I'm trying to think of all the teams that are left that could make the theoretical playoffs. Are the Jaguars the weakest of all the 14 teams? They're like number 14.
I don't know about that necessarily. I mean, they're
Are they better than the Broncos?
yeah, that was my first thought, and I don't know. I truly don't know. I hope we get to see that game.
I mean, it will be interesting, but I'm kind of like, I don't know. They're kind of still like, and they still have this little bit of this sussy thing. I mean, granted, they've been playing a lot better than they did last season. The team is clicking up. Duval is finding his way to do well, but we'll see if they can just like do a little bit better, though.
Yeah, I'm glad I gave them a 6 last week. Keeping that at 6. They're playing the final London game this upcoming Sunday, and that is actually a big game that I wish was on American soil. But hopefully, this game will give the citizens of London a great experience because they play. It's the 4-2 Rams versus the 4-2 Jaguars. We gave the Rams a 7.
Are you telling me, Christopher, that the Broncos-Jets game was not a great experience of talking about American football?
I mean, yeah, we already mentioned that game. So hopefully this game's a lot better than a 13-11 type of game we gave London last week. So yeah, Jaguars is 6. If they lose this game, yeah, they might be sliding down. If they win it, they'll they could probably stay at a 6.
Yes, they could stay at a 6 indeed. And now we got the Seattle Seahawks, who are now like in the wild card position, number 5. They would be playing against the Philadelphia Eagles right now.
That'd be a fun game.
That would be a fun game at Philly. So they are 4-2. It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam Darnold is going back to Sam Darnold back, but can Sam Darnold win a playoff game? We'll start with you, Douglas.
I don't think he can. Do not against Philly. I think this team has a lot of potential. I'm gonna go with a 6 personally. Like I wouldn't be shocked to see them make a run. Like I really like what they're doing, but I'm not fully sold on the Sam Darnold experience just yet.
Yeah, it's so interesting. So you gave him a 6 last week. Me and Christopher gave him 5s.
Ooh, nice.
But I feel like this. I think it might bump him up to the 7 because you know why?
From a 5 to a 7, dude. Dang,
Because Eagles are frauds.
Oh my god, so annoying.
Well, how dare you not tell me that the fraudulent Eagles?
Stu, do you know what the Eagles do in January and February? They win games.
Not this season.
I mean, they just won the Super Bowl last season, so what are we talking about?
Last time I checked, they won games in January and February.
Woo.
Yeah, they beat your 3-3 Chiefs, who you're all hyped up on, convincingly in the Super Bowl. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, they're frauds. They lost a game.
Reigning Super Bowl or reigning world champions.
America's blight. I'm just saying.
Reigning Super Bowl champions, 4-2 record on their home turf, and Stu's sitting here saying they're frauds.
And that's why I'm going from a 5 to a 6. The Seahawks won. I'm loving the Sam Darnold it's not experience, but whatever it is. It's more or less the running game. You know, they have Zach Charbonnet, and then they have Kenneth Walker III.
I mean, and Smith-Njigba is unbelievable, man. Like every time I turn it on, that dude's making plays. Like they got a good defense too. Like they're a well-built team for sure.
So yeah, Sam Darnold's lighting up with JSN, Smith-Njigba. So yeah, he has his man, and that quarterback to wide receiver do is amazing. But and like you said, great defense for the Seahawks. It's their run game that might put them into problems. And if it's going to be Seattle and Philadelphia Seattle has to be 100% at its finest. Great working machine, but right now, like I said, it's that running game.
It's definitely that running game, and like I said, we'll see how the Seahawks. You know, I'm hoping that can we get the Seahawks in the postseason for once?
Haven't they made a lot? I feel like they make like every year.
Remember Marshawn Lynch?
Oh yes, when they had beast mode. Remember when they had Richard Sherman? Remember when Russell Wilson was good and people said he was a Hall of Fame quarterback?
I mean, remember when they should have ran the ball to win the Super Bowl, but they threw an interception? So, man, these Blue Jays will not stop scoring.
I will say that is a Vietnam for Seahawks fans right there. Just running the ball.
It's 8-2 right now in the middle of the 5th in favor of the Blue Jays.
Man.
Yeah.
Good.
The Blue Jays aren't dead, gentlemen who thought they were dead.
Yes. Speaking of teams that I think are dead and are ready to die as a corpse right now, the Miami Dolphins lost to the LA Chargers 29-27.
That was actually a scary game for Chargers fans.
That was a scary game to Chargers fan. But then they realized, oh wait, we're playing against the Dolphins, and they have no coordination. And also
the last play of the game, Tua threw that interception. I'm not even sure where he was throwing it to. It wasn't even a Hail Mary. It was going to be a hook and ladder based on the way they were throwing the ball.
Yes.
And he just threw a complete interception to the Chargers defense. So, I mean, that just sums it up for the Dolphins right there. What did we give them last week, Stu?
So last week we gave them all 2s. And I guess we should talk about the interesting controversy. And I guess he did apologize. Tua talked about the press conference. And it wasn't even like a question asked. He just was kind of just talk about his mind. That he complained about players not showing up to players only meetings, not showing up at all, being late, and some of them players calling out Tua on Twitter.
Man, it's always great when you have a team full of players that are calling each other out, now working together.
Yes, and complaining about the ownership. So I guess we should try to talk about it. Should Tua be doing this?
I mean, he could be calling the players out. Like he's not the one on Twitter doing it, right? He's doing it in the I can't think of the word right now.
In the press interviews, I should say, in like the press interviews when they
so
talk.
he's calling out to the reporters. Okay, he should not be doing that.
Yes,
he should be doing it in the. Here's the word I was looking for. He should be doing it in the locker room to his players directly, not to the press. And then his other players, they're just responding the way that Tua did it. They shouldn't be doing it on Twitter either. But
yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team of a coach that's going to get fired soon. That's what it is.
I mean, it's a culture problem. I will say this in the Dolphins. And, it totally reminds me. Hear me out. So, I'll just think about my story. So, once upon a time, I used to work at a different company.
Nice.
And one of the times, the manager once said, and this was years ago, so I don't work in this place anymore, said, "Hey, guys, just a friendly reminder, you're all disposable as employees."
That's definitely not good company morale or good leadership.
Yes.
I mean,
and that's why I'm trying to...
He or she was definitely speaking the truth, but that's not the way to do it.
But I think this is the same way I feel like Tua's doing this. Where how are you going to be like, if you're an offensive player, defensive player, kickers, punters, like any of these players, how are you not going to try when it's like, man, they're calling out the team, they're calling me out. Why do I want to care for this man? And I know the coach is probably going to get fired. I know it's the ownership problem, and it's probably the culture problem. But, and I do agree, and I'm happy that Tua did apologize for that, but Tua should not be saying that. I think of like, for instance, as much as I get frustrated with the defense, Dak Prescott is not complaining the defense is atrocious, that's why he lost. He literally went to the press conference and said, "Hey, I could have done better." When I'm thinking of, Josh Allen or Jared Goff or Patrick Mahomes or even the great Tom Brady, do you think he comes to the press conferences and just complains that his team sucks when they lose a game? No. He's going to say, "I could have done better."
Back to your main point, being replaceable. I mean, Tua is replaceable. He should be replaced. So maybe it's Tua that's creating the bad, negative culture within the Dolphins organization. Who knows?
Yeah.
So you said we gave the Dolphins a 2 last week?
Yes. I'm still going to give them the 2. Like, don't worry. There's another team that's going to be 1-5 where I'm going to give them a 1. But I just think it's bad. It's not a good culture. Like, Mike McDaniel's going to get fired, but is Tua going to be here longer if, like, the actions and all that stuff is going to be here? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure who the backup quarterback is or if the Dolphins
Zach Wilson.
Oh, nice. Actually, that's not a bad backup. If they do cut Tua, get rid of him, are they going to go for another quarterback to fill his shoes, or are they going to get Zach Wilson immediately up on the pedestal to start games? Yeah, keep the Dolphins at 2 for me. Dolphins play in Cleveland on this upcoming Sunday, the battle of the 1-5s.
This is the battle of the Are you excited that the Tanks are going to be coming to Cleveland?
I mean, I'm going to that game. It should be an exciting one.
And I should ask Christopher, how much did it cost to get tickets to that game?
It's about $100.
Is it less than $4? How much?
$100. I didn't look at ticket prices. My buddy has season tickets. He can't go. So
Yeah. You should look up on the SeatGeek because I'm thinking, nosebleeds for $100 for this atrocious of a game. I'm just saying, it reminds me of that one it was a Panthers game a couple years ago where it was rained out and it was like $1.50.
$1.50. Well,
the taxes and fees on SeatGeek were more expensive than the actual ticket price.
Dang, yeah, there's tickets as low as $40, $41, but I bought these tickets like
you know it's going to get lower
like a month or 2 ago.
You know it's going to get lower if it gets worse. As a Browns fan, here's what's going to get worse. It's like the Giants when they were sucking. Free medium sodas. Your team sucks when they're offering free medium sodas.
Heck yeah, they're offering larges. It's time to panic.
Yes. Yeah, so they're asking for free large sodas. It's over.
Season's over. Medium, there's still hope.
Yes.
For the price I paid for my ticket, it was actually a good deal because where I'm sitting and the tickets for those for right now, they're like $120, $130 for some reason. Not sure why. When this is like Stuart said, the turd bowl pretty much. So
The turd bowl, the tank bowl, the dumpster fire. Don't worry. If there's any tornadoes, you should go to Cleveland Brown Stadium because there'll be no touchdowns.
that's right.
Well, I was sitting there watching the Weather Channel this morning, as one does, and they were talking about how Cleveland's going to get a bunch of rain this weekend, which really favors the Browns. So maybe people are just excited to see a Browns victory. And so maybe that's why tickets are so expensive. So, I mean, I got to go with the 2 for the Dolphins. I mean, this team is on the brink of absolute collapse and failure. But, like, if they lose to Cleveland this week, they're probably going to be a 1 with all honesty.
Oh, that's a good. I do feel like it's. Isn't it crazy to think, like, who had a bigger collapse, the Ravens or the Dolphins, in this sense of, like, plateau of, like,
Of this season right now, the Ravens.
just this season alone.
It's not even close. Like, this team was a team that we're like, we all thought maybe could be competitive, but to be this bad, I don't think we expected either team to be this bad. But the Ravens, we thought, like, a lot of experts said the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah,
You know, it's like nobody said the Dolphins were winning the Super Bowl.
Right.
like I even remember, like, Tree pretty much said, like, yeah, I think the Dolphins could be bad, but I don't think the Tree thought that this could be this bad right now. We're such dysfunctional, like, and like I said, this is the culture problem. This culture is terrible in the Dolphin land.
Well, I mean, and switching on to our next team, though, I mean, the fact that the Chargers only beat them by 2, and I think it was the last second field goal, right?
Yeah,
It's like I don't know, man. I have a lot of concerns about Los Angeles right now. Like, they lost pretty bad to Washington. They possibly should have lost this game. And so it's just a whole lot of, like, not good football being played in Los Angeles right now after they're kind of got hurt a little bit. They're running back.
Did Puka Nacua got hurt also?
Well, Puka Nacua plays for the Rams.
I know, but didn't he get hurt also?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah,
No.
he left the game. I'm not sure if he came back, but
I know. I'm just trying to think. I was just like, oh, but still, this is not. So the Chargers are 4-2. They would make the division, and they would play against the Jaguars.
I mean, I'm gonna go with a 7, but it feels like a weak 7 because, like, I need to see this team kind of get into that early kind of season, beating the Chiefs for them. Because, like, if they keep up this pace and the Chiefs keep kind of ascending, like, the Chargers should have taken better advantage of this opportunity, and that loss to the Giants, you know, and then, like, this one, they easily could have lost to 2 bottom feeder teams this year, and it's like, ugh.
I mean, I'll bump them up. I gave them the 5 last week. I'll give them the 6 because they are making the division. But I just don't know if they can beat the Jaguars. But I also don't think the Jaguars look good. This is like a weird week. I feel like this AFC is just so weird. And I will be honest with you, I'm not going to give any 8s to any AFC team. I don't feel confident on any of the AFC teams making the AFC championship right now. There's a lot of sus in a lot of these teams, which that makes it good. But I just don't feel confident right now. And now what's up with you, Christopher? Last week you gave them a 6.
Now, how do we give them a 6? Sir, you gave them a 5 last week? No, because the Chargers, their median last week was a 7.
Oh.
So what who gave them can't just give you gave them a 5, I gave them a 6, Doug gave them a 7 because the median would be a 6.
Oh. Whoops.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Chargers are at a 7. Short and simple. We're almost at an hour here. So, yeah, get her done with a 7. They won.
Get her done.
Get her done indeed. And now we got the next game right over here where we got your Brownies. Absolutely. How does it feel to have another loss?
I mean, sir, you don't have to ask me that question every single week. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter as a Browns fan. I'm emotionless when we're talking about the Browns because that's what the Browns culture. Like we're going to be losing. They say we do play the Dolphins this week. That's why tickets are $120, $130 plus. This is our chance to be 2-5. But right now, I'm giving them a 1 just the way they play. I know the game wasn't.
Wow. Last week we gave the Browns
home game for the Steelers. So like naturally going in, we should have expected to lose that game, which we did. What did we give them a 1 last week or a 2?
We gave them 2s.
Okay, well they lost. They lost by what? They lost 23-9, so they lost by 2
Yeah.
touchdowns.
No, yes. Are you telling me that your quarterback, that replaced Joe Flacco is not that great also?
It's not our quarterback. Well, it's the quarterback. To answer your question directly, Stu, yeah, our quarterback who replaced Joe Flacco, Dylan
Gabriel is not the best?
Morgan, he's not as good as Flacco. It's Andrew Berry. It's our ownership. It's the whole mess with the Browns organization. Give the organization on a scale of 1 to 10, give them a -100.
Negative. Okay, this is actually a good question. Do you have anything positive to say about Jimmy Haslam?
Yeah. I mean, we're moving the Browns stadium. I don't know if I like the whole indoor idea, but I do like the concept because it should bring other venues, or not venues, but other events to Cleveland, this and that.
So that's the only nice thing about his ownership so far?
Not so. If we're going back on his history, I'll do research and I'll save that for another day, but not right now. But there are
here's my thing, okay? Because we don't need to spend too long on the Browns. But exactly. I guess I'm confused on why you're asking how it feels to lose, like the Browns lose when like you experience all the time with the Cowboys do. Like just self-reflect on that feeling. You know how it feels to take consonants. Just reflect, Stu. You don't need to ask Chris.
No.
How it feels every week.
I wish you could be as emotionless as me, because every time we go back on the Cowboys, it's like just take the loss, Stu. Just take the loss. Like I'm okay. Like I'm still gonna cheer on my Browns. I bleed brown and orange now. Like I got the flag in the back of my room here. I'm wearing the T-shirt. I love the Browns to death, but like I said, emotionless when it comes to losses. Might be
like the opposite. Instead of all I win, all I lose, no matter what. The Browns.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to give the Brownies a 2. I think whoever loses this game this week is the one for me. But, I mean, the Browns still have a solid defense. Like, there's still reasons for hope and, like, young players, but, like, they're not quite there yet.
Yes. And also, fun fact. So, the last time the Browns beaten the Steelers in the regular season, not postseason, we're not counting 2021, even though that was a beautiful game. The last time they beaten the Brownies, they beaten the Steelers was 2014. And you know what the last time the Browns beat the Steelers at Steeler Stadium was?
Like 2001. I don't know.
2003.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been since the Bush administration.
Let's go. Good times. Good times.
I was a preteen the last time the Browns beat the Steelers at away.
Nice.
Let's put it that way.
History of your life, Stu. Let's go.
This team is atrocious. Like Dylan Gabriel, we're just waiting for Shador to get back, but this team's atrocious. Also, it's funny. Did you hear that Shador Sanders' brother was trying to sell autographs that he was Shador?
Nice.
At the Steelers game.
Extra money on the side. All right.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, I'm like Shador. I'm at the game.
All right.
It technically was the guy that got cut by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fun fact.
We knew that.
Yeah. But now we got the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Yinzers are happy and they're waving their terrible towel and they say Cleveland sucks because we're winning a Super Bowl. I'm just saying this is what a tree would say on his inside.
I don't know. Sure. I mean, for the sake of time, like I said it earlier already on this team, like they're better than I thought they'd be by a fairly significant amount. They feel like a 7 to me. I mean, I don't feel like they're at that upper echelon quite yet of the AFC. But like you have TJ Watt, you have Rodgers looking decent, DK's doing some work. Like there's some reason for optimism in the Steel City here.
I still feel very optimistic, but hear me out and bring out the pessimism in me. The Steelers got to play a lot of tough teams in that second half. I'm a little bit nervous because I remember the story last season when they had Russell Wilson. And people were like, oh my God, this team looks legit. This team looks like it's going to win a lot of games. But look at the last Okay, if I'm looking at the last 5 games, granted, they got to play against the Baltimore, but I'm looking at week 9 onward. They got to play against Bengals. Okay, that's an easy win. Packers, that's a tough one. Colts is a tough one. Chargers, 50-50, but I think they can beat them. Bengals, I think they can beat them. Bears, I think they can beat them. Buffalo, the Ravens, that's an easy win. Dolphins is an easy win. Lions, Browns. Now, actually,
Yeah, it seems like completely the opposite of what
this is completely opposite, to be honest with you.
What are you talking
And I'll
about?
give them the 7. But are they going to, let's be honest, there's a part of me that I'm like, I've seen this story before. Are they going to choke it away? Are they going to choke it away like always and not win a playoff game in the postseason and just get killed by the Bills?
Yeah, I mean, last season, didn't they start 10-0 or 11-0?
Yeah, they started at like 11-0 or 10-0, and then they lost like 6 straight losses and then
Wasn't it
just
like
got curb stomped by the
years ago?
Buffalo Bills by 17.
All
Was
right,
that
so
just last year?
I'm going to keep the Steelers at 7 as well. I agree with you guys. They should be able to win the first round. What you said against the Broncos potentially right now. Soon the Steelers might be an 8. You know, that's how stacks go. They can rise.
So, like I said, last week I was the only one that gave them 6s. You two gave them 7s.
Oh wow.
Yes. So we actually a little bit optimistic. I will say I am proud of how Aaron Rodgers had been playing, but I still kind of feel like, does he still have Russell Wilson upside? You know what I mean? I'm just like about that. We'll see how it goes on this one. And now, speaking of other teams, we got the New Orleans Saints losing another game. Can you believe it? They just lost another game, as always. I think last week we gave them 2s. So we're going to start out with myself. They lost 19-25, a close game, but still lost against the Patriots. So last week we gave them a 2s. I'm still keeping him at the 2 for right now. I'm like, Spencer Rattler is like an okay quarterback. I mean, I think could I say it? Is he at least better than Cam Ward?
No, I mean, it's too early to say that. They have the same
Ward,
record, I think.
But
too.
he's kind of. But still, they come close. They haven't been like, okay. The Saints are trash, but hear me out. A lot of their games have all been close. They haven't gotten like blown out badly.
I mean,
Like,
I think in
it's at
Tennessee
least-
there's a lot more wrong than Cam Ward. I think it's the whole systematic failure. There's a reason you fire your coach. It's not because your number 1 overall draft pick isn't living up to expectations. It's because the culture is trash.
Yeah.
I guarantee if Cam Ward was on a different team, not guarantee you, but more than likely, the way things have been trending in the NFL, once Cam Ward gets out of Tennessee, he's going to have a better career. I know he's only a rookie, but I watched him throw. I don't know what game it was, what the Titans, whoever they were playing, but he has a heck of an arm. So to me, we all gave the Saints a 2. Saints, nothing's going on for them. They scored 19 points. 19 points is great. If you have like 2 touchdowns in there, they scored 1 touchdown. The other 12 points were from kicks. Go from a 2 to a 1.
You think this team is atrocious?
Yeah, I do. They're the worst team in the NFC.
Wow. You gave the Brownies, you gave the Jets and the Saints a 1?
Yeah, I mean, with the Browns, they're median, or it was a 2 from us, so I'm okay to give the Saints a 1.
No, I'll stick at the 2. I mean, they did beat the Giants. Like, they are competitive. I mean, they have potential to still be in that 1 or 2 overall pick, but like you said, Rattler's a little bit better than expected, and like they still probably win a few more games this year.
Yeah. I mean, they still look a little bit better, but we'll see how it goes right here on the land of the Saints that are not
the division leading Patriots do. Let's go.
Who would have thought that? So last week, this is the weirdest one we picked. Douglas gave him a 6. I gave him a 5. Christopher gave him a 4.
Woo, here we go.
And the
Only going up.
Patriots somehow, it's like the meme of basically like, hey Bills, you want you want to win the division right here? You want the NFC East, AFC East? Bye. Come back. I'm back, baby. So the Patriots are technically the 4th highest. They would play against Buffalo. They have beaten Buffalo. So Douglas, you're going to go first. What do you think about the Patriots right now?
I mean, I'm digging it, man. There's a reason that they fired poor OJ Mayo after one season and got Vrabel, because Vrabel's a heck of a coach. He led Tennessee to like some #1 seeds, and he knows how to coach a physical, hard-nosed team. Stephon Diggs is coming back. We've been saying for a while Drake May is the truth, man. And I'm digging this team a lot. Like, I think they have good running backs. They have decent receiver play, good quarterback play. Like, there's a lot to like. I mean, is it a little bit fluky? Possibly, but I mean, they did beat Buffalo in Buffalo. You know, they are sitting here 4-2. Technically, they would win their division if it ended today. Do I think that truly they would beat the Bills in a playoff game? Not necessarily. I mean, I still think the Bills have a better team, but I'm gonna stick with a 6. I don't think they're quite a 7. I mean, I don't think I could guarantee them a playoff win, but I mean, they're a nice playoff team right now. That's for darn sure.
Oh, you might hate me on this one. I'm contemplating. Do I give? I think I'll give them the 6 for right now. Even though it's weirdly they did play against Buffalo, but I think it's like a fluky win right now. I feel like Josh Allen can still make it, but I'm like, we'll see how it goes. But I still feel like I'm going to give him the 6 for right now. But I think I could bump him up to the 7.
Yeah, and I'm going to give him a 6. I mean, I gave him a 4 last week, so I'm definitely comfortable giving him 2 spots, increasing. Yeah, they make the playoffs, but yeah, if they were playing the Bills, I don't think that the Bills would lose in that situation. So yeah, I'm cool. 6s across the board.
Can you believe it? We thought that we gave the 6s right there to the Patriots right there. And now we got another sad news. We got the Tank Bowl, where the Tennessee Titans lost 10-20 against the Raiders. And we got to do a eulogy. Goodbye, Brian Callahan. For the Tennessee Titans, after an abysmal 1 season and 6 games, he is now fired. I know we don't do eulogies in October, but we got to do a eulogy on Brian Callahan getting fired after losing to the Raiders. What is your thoughts, gentlemen?
I mean, this seems like one of the worst 2 teams in the NFL. That's my thoughts, too. Like, their one win was fluky AF. Like, they had an absolute collapse. This team isn't really competitive week in and week out. The culture's not there. I'm going to give them the 1 personally, because you don't fire your coach at this early in the season and not get the 1.
Yes. I mean, but Brian Callahan's a terrible coach, but is it Brian Callahan's fault that this team's atrocious? And last week we all gave him 2s. Douglas, what do you think? Do you think this team is atrocious because of this or do you think it's just the whole organization's fault?
I mean, they were sitting at the #1 overall seed like 3 or 4 years ago. So like, I don't think it's completely the organization. I mean, granted, they got rid of Derrick Henry and they got rid of AJ Brown
and Mike Rabel.
Yeah, I mean, and a good coach, a good wide receiver, a good running back. And I mean, so it's kind of a shame that they got to this point, but when you give up those cornerstone pieces, you're going to have to rebuild, and they're obviously in the midst of a rebuild right now, so it's going to be rough for a little bit.
It's going to be rough. I got to give them the 1. Like, this team is atrocious. You fired Brian Callahan before the end of the season. And don't get me wrong, I do feel like this is why I'm frustrated with the NFL. Like, one thing I'm frustrated with the NFL, we are the most impatient mofos in the NFL, where it's like, you better be great after 1 season as a new head coach or we're firing everybody. But granted, I think Brian Callahan's kind of a Nepo baby because his dad was an NFL coach for the Raiders. You remember that back in the day. So that's why he probably got this job. I mean, am I not wrong? On this team. But this team's atrocious. I mean, to fire your coach after week 6, you never get it. And I think this is the organization's fault. This is organization's fault right there. I don't think the Tennessee Titans ownership cares about this team or just wants to make bumbling decisions right now. I mean, there's a reason why they're the bottom 5, and they probably might even get the number 1 overall pick again. Like, let's be honest. Will Levis is pretty bad. We'll see how Cam Ward does, but it's not working out. This is a tire fire. And I'm sorry. I think this is probably mean to tire fires right now. So we'll start with you, Christopher. What do you think about the Tennessee Titans?
Yeah, we'll wrap it up with me. I agree. Give them a 1.
Wow, 4 1s.
3 1s.
Oh.
I'm not sure who the 4th one is. But,
no, I mean, this is the 4th time you gave a 4th 1.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's no. I mean, even if I gave him a 2, it wouldn't matter because the median is 1. Yeah, once you guys say like their coach got fired. Yeah, Bill Callahan. Well, he got let go on I think
Brian Callahan. Sorry,
Monday. Yeah, when you fire a coach mid-season and you're
not even the halfway point. This is the crazy part. We're not even the halfway point.
Yeah, they're playing like a 1, and the Patriots go into Tennessee.
That's a guaranteed win.
I expect that to be another loss for the Titans. If it's not, then all right, cool. Titans could go to a 2, but it's looking very confident for the Patriots.
Yes, but then speaking of teams that I'm very confident on, and I'm confident I'm not. The Tank Bowl winner. Congratulations, Raiders. You are now winning games, and you're now 2-4. But this is the same Raiders I feel like of last year, where it's just god awful.
I hope to the high heavens the Raiders go into Kansas City next week and destroy the Chiefs.
That's not going to happen.
It'll be fun.
Have you seen this Raiders team? Have you seen this Raiders team?
Just won, Stu. They just won.
Yeah.
They won against atrocious Titans team who fired their coach. And also last week we gave the Titans out too.
Stu, were you not the same person that celebrated the Cowboys beating the Giants, who we all thought were going to fire their coach? Were you not sitting there saying, "Whoa, but Dak, we won a game in the NFL"?
Yes, and I'm a hypocrite. Okay, I am a hypocrite. I am the biggest hypocrite, and you always know that. Okay, I will always root for my boys, and I will
call it out.
Are you telling me
hypocrisy can slide?
Hey, I am biased. Okay.
I mean,
there's one thing and one thing only.
The Raiders have Ashton Genty, not the number 1 overall pick, but the number 1 overall pick for the Raiders, the highest running back to be drafted. I think he's had 3 touchdowns this season. I think he's had all 3 of those touchdowns in the last 3 games. But besides that, the Raiders need some other. I mean, they have a bunch of rookies. Tight end Brock Bowers. I think he might be injured. He'll be back. I know they have what.
But I should say, I'll just start out with it. We all gave him 2s. And also, you can continue, Chris.
No, you can finish up, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like this is a 2. You beat a Tennessee Titans team that just basically fired their coach. And you only beat them by 10, let's be honest. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed indeed right now.
Yeah, give them a 2 as well. I agree with you, Stuart. From a 2 to a 2.
Yeah, I'll agree. You're not moving up for winning a Tank Bowl.
All right.
Yes. I mean, if you won maybe 40 points against the Titans, I would consider it. But we'll see. I mean, it kind of stinks because I feel like is this the first year that Pete Carroll has a losing season as an NFL coach?
No, I don't think so.
That's a good stat. I should ask that. That's a good. Yeah, I can look it up.
Well, before you do that, how about we talk about the next team since we're done with the Raiders here?
Yes. Yes, I could probably look it up. The San Francisco 49ers, speaking of teams that lost, they got another double L right here. They lost 19-30. Baker Swag couldn't compete and right there. And apparently the San Francisco 49ers have won the Broken Trophy Award for more injuries right now. Another player out for the year, right, Douglas?
Mr. Fred Warner's out for the year, Stu. You are correct.
Yes. So, man, I know that Tree gives the Injury Bowl. I'm going to give him the Broken Trophy Bowl.
I mean, Stu, I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling a little bit down on this team, and they've overachieved in my opinion. But I'm going to drop into a 5. I just think these injuries are going to catch up.
Even though hear me out. They are number 3. They would technically be in the division.
Yeah. I mean, that's all well and good, but it's like we're projecting where they're gonna go, and like with these injuries, I don't think they can sustain it. Like I like what the Seahawks are doing, I like what the Rams are doing. Granted, this team beat both already, so like, but it's hard to envision the 49ers truly staying on top of this division. They're all 4-2, so it's like a three-way tie. So it's like they are technically first, but it's like it's hard to envision them finishing there with like eventually the injuries catch up.
Yeah, I feel like this is even worse situation than like the Lions last year, whereas like the Lions at least were injured and they were still winning games, winning games, winning games. Granted, the postseason they laid an egg because the injuries caught up with them. But this is like the worst opposite, where it's basically they're winning games, but then it's like, oh, you put an L in this game, and I know Brock Purdy's back, but still, I'm just like not really impressed.
Brock Purdy was not
I'll
back.
give them the 6 because they are division lead. But mark my words, I don't think the 49ers are going to make a postseason. I have my heart of hearts telling me these injuries will make them. They're probably going to be like a 9-8 and not make a postseason right now. And now, Christopher, it is up to you. Who do you think? What do you do?
I'm going to keep him at a 6. Sir, you said that Brock Purdy was back. He's back in practice, so I guess you're right because he missed the last 2 games. And the reason I'm giving the 49ers a 6, they're still 4-2, still had leader of their division. They could slump down. But, Mac Jones, he led the 49ers to a win last week against the Los Angeles Rams, who the Rams, I think we gave them a 7. So yeah, maybe this was a battle of 4-1s. Tampa Bay came on top. Yeah, sure, the 49ers lost by 11, but just because they lose this game, I'm cool with the 6 for sure because of what they did last week against the Rams.
Yes, indeed. And now we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who had the power of Baker swag. That's not my new term right now. We should call it Baker swag, who is owned them 49ers really badly, and they're looking good. Last week we all gave them 7s. We're gonna start with you, Christopher, as the biggest fan club of please bring back Baker.
Honestly, man, this is just the way the rest of the NFC has been playing.
Yes, they're technically in the division, so I should say.
No, well, what I'm saying is we all gave them 7s last week.
They would get the bye right now. They are the number 1. They have the best record right now.
Exactly.
In the NFC right now, 5-1.
So yeah, just the way they're playing, they're top of their game, top of their division, but more importantly, top of their conference. Go from a 7 to an 8 just because you have Baker's doing it. Even though they have an injured, Mike Evans has been out for the last couple of weeks. Bucky Irvin, he's injured. I know they have the great rookie Egbuka. He's injured though. He's going to miss time. Usually when they say time, that's between 2 and 4 weeks. So we'll see if the Buccaneers, whoever they're playing this upcoming week, if they can do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, they're playing Philadelphia.
They're playing in Detroit.
Oh, they're playing
Monday
Detroit.
Night Football.
That's a Monday night game. Oh, so yeah, I'm comfortable with an 8. If they lose, they'll just go down to a 7. So, yeah.
I mean, I agree with the logic. I mean, honestly, I think the Lions are favored by like 5.5, but I would not in any way be shocked to see Tampa Bay. They beat Detroit in Detroit last year. Baker's got that confidence. I mean, the Lions should rebound at home, but like we're also Brian Branch is suspended. All these other cornerbacks are out, and Baker's just destroying defenses. I mean, Tampa Bay's playing like the best team in the NFC. But they did lose to the Eagles, so maybe, who knows. But I'm going to give them an 8.
Yeah, this is actually surprising. I will say this, gentlemen. Is this going to be the only 8 this week? I think I'm going to give them the 8. I think this is the only 8 team where I feel confident that they're going to the NFC. Because every other team that I'm feeling like right now that's on the list right there, that's looking at 49ers right now, I still feel like sus. Eagles, I feel a lot of sus. Green Bay has a lot of sus. Lions, they did have they're maybe the only one that I'm kind of like maybe, but then there's still kind of some problems right here and there. The Buccaneers are the only team where I'm just like feeling confident all around, like defense, offense.
But here's the concern for the Buccaneers though: is like if Baker just has one off throw, like every week they need a miracle comeback win. This is the first time that they actually just took care of business. Like they could easily be 2-4. Like they've had game-winning drive after game-winning drive after game-winning drive, which there is something to that.
Yeah, there's something to that. Like I always say this. This is, and wouldn't you agree, Douglas? A good team might lose to a bad team. Happens in the NFL. They might have a bad game, they lose it. The Buccaneers, I feel like, are this category. They might have a bad game, but they still come up and win.
I mean, to some extent, yeah. I mean, we'll see how they play in Detroit. Because if they go into Detroit and they, do the same thing again, easily. I mean, then we might be talking 9 at that point. But you got a big time test here. Like, if they can win this game, then they're clearly the class of the NFC.
Indeed, they're definitely the class of the NFC right there. And now we got besides the opposite of class of the AFC, the greatness of Flacco fever and Flacco disappointment, losing to the Packers 18-27, an ugly game. We'll start with the Bengals. We're going to start out with me. As family members of Bengals fans, last week we gave the Cincinnati Bengals all 3s and 4s. What I got to say to this team? This team is atrocious. This team's not good. They're not making no postseason. They are 2-4. I'll keep them at the 3 for right now. Last week I gave them a 3, but I'm just like, how can I be like optimistic and happy about this team? This team's kind of like, it's not looking good. They're not making no postseason. I don't know who's in a bad spot right now. Bengals or Cowboys? I think I might put the Bengals in there.
It's pretty even, Stu. It's pretty even.
I mean, at least Dak is not hurt.
Yeah. What is the Cowboys record? 2-3-1.
Yeah.
So I guess technically you guys are half a game better. So that's something, I guess. So I guess technically the Cowboys are better.
We tied the Packers unlike the Bengals did.
I mean, yeah, they played pretty well for Flacco's first game, coming in a short week off a trade. Jamar put up some numbers, I'm pretty sure. At least he had a touchdown. But I agree with you, Stu. They're a 3. I mean, if they could upset a few games, maybe get to if they can go on a mini streak here and then get Burrow back, I mean, who knows? But you're still 2-4. It's not looking good.
Yeah, they're not gonna you shouldn't be thinking about it. I think you should be thinking the season's over at this point. You know what I mean? Just cut your losses and see what you can do.
Yeah, maybe they should have traded Burrow.
I'm comfortable with the 3 as well. I agree with what you guys are saying. Yeah, Bengals, they're not winning. They're not more than likely not going to win. They play Thursday at home against the Steelers. So yeah, I foreshadow a Bengals loss on Thursday.
Yeah, I foreshadow a Bengals loss too. And also, I should say, Douglas is the only one that changed the score. Me and Christopher kept the 3s. Douglas is the only one that had 4 last week.
Respect
indeed. And now we got the Packers, which is Douglas's favorite team, second favorite team of the NFL, right?
Did you know that I have a Packers signed football, Stu? Because I used to be a Packers fan when I was a kid. You're not far off. At one point,
did your parents just be like, "Son, we need to talk"?
No, Stu, because I mean, nobody was deep. We all knew the Lions weren't going to win anything, and the Packers could. So, I was an Atlanta Falcons fan there for a little bit, a Packers fan in my childhood. Now I'm diehard Lions. I mean, I'm going to give this team a 7, though. I mean, they're towards the NFC's better teams. They're not perfect, but they're also a team that you don't want to see in the playoffs either.
Yeah, I feel like it's an interesting because it's they have a roller coaster of really bad games, and then they have a good game, then really bad games, and then really good game. It's been a kind of a roller coaster. Technically, they would be playing against the Rams. I think they could beat the Rams. I think, and also, how does it feel that the Packers are now taking back the division lead right now over the Lions as of this recording?
What's their record? How are they in the league?
Because they're 3-1-1 because that tie, and the Lions are 4-2. Because I guess the tie is one less loss. Yeah,
but they also have one less win too. So that's what I'm hearing there.
Yeah, but the tie, a tie is more important than a loss, to be honest with you.
I mean, I'd rather have the 4th win still.
Well, you're still 4-2. But anyway, I'm giving the Packers a 7. I still think this team looks good. we're gonna see how it goes. I mean, it's kind of an ugly game, but they still won, and a win's a win. And I should say last week, me, Douglas, and Chris all gave them 6s. And yeah, I definitely do think this team is looking a lot better. I think
I'm going to keep them at a 6. I know that they won the game. They should have maybe increased, but we gave the Rams a 7. And right now the Rams are projected to go in the Green Bay in the playoffs. So, yeah, I'll stick by my word with the 6.
Yeah, I guess this is going to be the fun week where we get to decide which one of our 7s is correct and which one of these teams is going down.
All right now.
All right now, indeed.
I mean, the Packers this next week, they play – who are the Packers? They play Arizona and then the Rams. Oh, the Rams – that's right. The Rams play on that in London against the Jaguars. So, yeah.
Yes. So we'll talk about your Lions, Douglas. An ugly loss, 30-17 right now. We'll start with you, Douglas. Last week, we gave the Lions all 8s. And also, we should probably talk about the elephant in the room. One of your Lions players, did a Rick James on Juju Smith-Schuster. He did a slap. Or should I say, the Gen Zs like to call it, he pulled a Will Smith.
I mean, he got suspended a games too, so I don't have too much to say about it. I mean, he deserved the suspension. Shouldn't have done it. The coach didn't like it. I don't have many opinions on it. I mean, it was a stupid decision. And the Lions, unfortunately, have made some kind of immature penalties that I'm sure they'll clean up because Dan Campbell doesn't tolerate that BS. As far as the Lions themselves go, I mean, definitely a disappointing game. It was one of those games where we could have kind of proven that we were maybe the best team in the league. But we just didn't. We missed those big opportunities. We missed the 4th down conversions that we should have hit. Chris Jones kind of started getting going at the end. But I mean, I like where the Lions are still. I mean, I think we're gonna be just fine. I'm gonna bump us down to a 7. I mean, I don't think we're quite at that. I mean, I still think that we'll be in the NFC Championship if we can get healthy and get some of these cornerbacks back. But I mean, playing zone against the Chiefs was just rough, and they kind of destroyed it. Kelsey played a nice game, but we'll be all right.
Yeah, and I will say I'll give credit to the Lions. The only 2 losses are not really bad teams. You lost to the Chiefs and you lost to the Packers. 2 good teams in the NFL.
I mean,
right
and when we looked at our schedule going in, if you had told me we'd be sitting here at 4-2, having to play in Baltimore, in Cincinnati, in Kansas City, in Green Bay, I would be sitting there all right, we'll be just fine. We get the Buccaneers this week, and this is a big game for us. I mean, we need a nice win here. Puts us honestly probably back at first in the conference again, 5-2, and taking out the 1 seed. So it's big game for the Lions on Monday night. We got a heck of a Monday night game.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do feel like I'm going to bump them down to the 7. Like I said, I'm not 100%. I do think they could make the NFC Championship right now. I do feel like compared to look at all the other teams that are in the pre-vertical playoffs. The Buccaneers are the only one that looks good. I think the Lions are better than the 49ers. The Lions are better than the Rams. I think the Lions are better. Even though the Packers, but the Packers still these sussy losses. That's kind of been that's in my head, and I'm just kind of And then I think the Lions are better than the Eagles. I think they're very much better than the Seahawks right now.
I mean, the Lions are top 2 or 3 in the NFC, maybe number 1, but we still have to see. If the Buccaneers beat them at home, the Buccaneers are clearly the best team. But I mean, they get the Packers again here coming up in November. So it's if we can kind of beat the Buccaneers, beat the Packers, we're probably the best team in the NFC. But it's still only October, so there's still a ton of season left to play.
There's a ton of season up. So, Christopher, what is your thoughts about the Detroit Lions?
You guys summed it up excellently. Give them from an 8 to a 7. Like I said, Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the Buccaneers in Detroit. Winner of that game. Buccaneers right now, we gave them an 8. That could switch around or could stay the same. So we'll see.
Yes. Good deed. And now, look at the Chiefs. Remember, Chris Douglas, when you said the Eagles are frauds?
Sure, we never said.
I've never once said the Eagles are frauds.
Yeah, we never said any teams are frauds, too.
I'm just saying. Or Or the
Don't
Chiefies
be
are
putting words
frauds.
into our mouths.
Sorry, not the Eagles are fraud. The Chiefies are frauds.
I don't
I
think
mean,
You said, I remember when I looked up the podcast last week, you said, we're going to beat the Chiefs. We're going to beat the Chiefs.
Wait, who said we're going to beat the Chiefs?
I mean,
Douglas said it.
dude, I was hoping we would. I mean, honestly, though, the fact that they had 0 penalties is, I'm just gonna say, straight bullshit. Like, I watched several plays. I'm like, that was a hold. That was a hold. And like, they did, somehow the Lions get magical penalties, taking away touchdowns, and the Chiefs somehow magically get called for 0. Travis Kelce has the ball smack the ground, but nobody blows the play dead. And it's like, that's not the reason that they won, but like, come on, dude. Like, at least try to make it like not as blatant where you're going to call nothing and let them get away with literal drop passes for first downs. Like, let's chill and saying the Chiefs are back. Because like they're 3-3, Stu. They're 3-3.
Yeah. They are back, but I mean, I'll give them a 5 for this week because, like I said, they are technically not in the playoffs. Picture
What did
right
we give them last week, Stu? Like,
we all give them 5s.
we all give them
But
5.
okay, here's my other thing, my other hot take. I think this is my 2 things that I agree with one of my podcasts I listen to, Strong Opinion Sports. Number 1, I do get kind of annoyed with the Chiefs only win because of the refs. Yes, they do that. But
yeah, okay, Stu.
But number 2, there was a bad call last week against when it was the Giants versus Saints, and this
Right.
there was a roughing the passer penalty, and it should not have been. I think it was against the Saints. The Saints got a penalty for roughing the passer, and no one cared because the Giants lost that game. Just saying.
Well, I mean, nobody really like.
It's in history. Like, we've seen, and there have been not giant news articles, but on Sports Center and things like that like have shown that the Chiefs do get the calls. So we're not worried about the Giants. We're not worried about the Saints.
Yeah,
I was saying, they're not winning. They haven't won 3 Super Bowls, and they don't get 0 penalties called on them in a primetime game that takes away points from the other team. It's like, and literally, it's I shared with you that study from UTEP that literally showed that the Chiefs have benefited from calls over the last 8 years consistently more than anybody else. Like, it's just, I mean, it's not the only reason that they win because Mahomes played awesome. Kelce made some big plays. Chris Jones played great. I'm not saying that's why they won the game, but to acknowledge that, to say that there's no favoritism towards them, it seems categorically false to me.
Yeah, but, and hear me out. Here's my compromise, Douglas.
No buts. These are facts.
Here's my facts, and here's my compromise. Hear me out, Douglas.
No, sir. What we said are facts. What you're going to say is an opinion, which probably is not.
Wouldn't this be? I honestly feel like the NFL should do this, and I agree with this from the Strong Opinion Sports podcast. Shouldn't we have a sky judge in every NFL game in New York?
No.
Hear me out. Where they check every play and be like, "Hey,
no,
you don't think we should have a sky judge? Why not? Like, hey, this penalty's like happened right now, or hey, this call's right now."
How many referees are already on the field during the game?
But wouldn't that be better to just have like a sky judge?
I mean, I think the game's good enough. Like, I think I personally like the small human element, but it's like saying that they don't get favorable calls is wild. But like that Travis Kelce one still might have been called a catch. But like the fact, like I almost guarantee, and like I'm being biased here because I am, I guarantee if it was Sam Laporta that made that play, Stu, the refs would have immediately whistled down, like, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. But it's the Chiefs. They go fast. They don't blow it dead. But they can have a 12-minute conference about the Lions making us like a play and scoring a touchdown. All of a sudden, they can have an amazing, great conference on that. But they can't slow it down to look at a very clearly questionable catch by Travis Kelce. It's like, come on, dude. Like, if you're going to slow it down to look at the Lions touchdown and talk about it and conference about it, then slow it down and at least review the Travis Kelce play. But they don't even look at it.
I think the sky judge would be good. Like, they would probably be like, hey, we should stop the play, see how that goes.
They have people that are supposed to blow down and play it dead. They literally have a group of people that are supposed to say, hey, wait, look at that play. And they just didn't. Like, granted, the Chiefs went quick, but they should have blown that dead. And that was a big play for them. And they just like, it's the Chiefs, let them roll. It's like, come on, at least whistle and take a look at it.
Yes. But anyway, Christopher, last week.
Give them a 5. I know last week we all gave them a 5. I know that they won by 11 or whatever it was. They won at home. 5.
Y'all correct me up though. I'm going to give them the 6, and like I was impressed with what I saw. Like, I do think that they will ultimately make the playoffs, and I'll probably owe Stu $5.
Yes, but honestly, remember.
Stu, but if they don't get every single call, they might not still, because they still have a tough schedule. They still have to play in Buffalo soon. They still play a lot of tough teams, but I'm seeing, like, when they get Rashee Rice back, they have Xavier Worthy, Kelsey, Mahomes is still doing his thing. Like, there's still pieces there. This is still a team that is obviously one of the better teams in the AFC. They were saying that internally they like the buildup of this team more than they did last year, which I can see why. I'm not. So this is me trying to say I'm not a Chiefs hater. I'm just saying that there is clear bias towards them, in my opinion. Like, it's crazy how many times things bounce their way, and it also always bounces against Detroit. But like, maybe that's more just against Detroit. But like, it gets very frustrating to see when it's time after time after time. It's like, if you don't want the narrative that you need the rest, then blow out teams. Do like you always say. Like, why don't they blow out teams and not need those controversial decisions? If you don't want us to have this controversy, because like, if I say a team lost because the refs are like, well, they should have just blown them out. But the Chiefs don't blow teams out. They need the refs. And then you sit here and say, the refs had no factor on it. Like, they just made every call towards the Chiefs, and they had a walk-off field goal because they blew four pass interference on the last drive when Mahomes couldn't throw the ball. It's like, come on.
But I will still say this. I do think the Chiefs are going to probably make the postseason. I think also, I will say, give the credit to the Chiefs. Even their losses, it's all close games.
I mean, Mahomes is still the best quarterback in the league until somebody else says otherwise.
Yeah, like I honestly say, I still think that the Chiefs are going to make the postseason unless Mahomes is out.
Well, I mean, and like, if Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl, then we have a conversation, But like, right now, it's Mahomes' league. I mean, it's hard to play in Arrowhead. It's hard to play a night game in Arrowhead, especially when they needed a win this badly. And the Lions, it's like, they played great. Like, I don't want to take anything away from them. Like, the defense shut down the Lions.
Yeah, especially that one quarter, like the fourth quarter, where they just like boom, they just try to go for it.
They did a nice job. I mean, the Lions made some mistakes, unfortunately, too, that we don't usually make. So it's like, unpopular opinion. I think in a weird way, it's going to be exactly what the Lions needed, because I think it's one of those things that will kind of show them, like, okay, we're good, but we're not. We have a lot that
there's still flaws.
Exactly. Like, there's a lot of flaws, and like, obviously injuries in the NFL suck. So like, yeah. I'm hoping that this is the loss that springs the Lions towards a great second half of the season.
Indeed, in this one. And now we got the Buffalo Bills. What happened? 14-24. Josh Allen looked atrocious in this game.
Well, penalties happen, Stu. I think they got called for a ridiculous amount of penalties in this game and the last one.
Yeah, the penalties do cost them. It's like, that's not good. Like, that is not good. They lost this game 14-24. Also, Josh Allen did not play well in this game. Last week, we gave the Buffalo Bills, I gave them a 7, and you and Christopher gave them 8. They do not remain perfectly. I'm just saying, this game. I'm just saying. Technically, the Bills are number 5, and they play against New England.
Yeah, I mean,
I got to bump them down to 6. How do you lose to Atlanta? I know Atlanta has a good defense, and maybe it's Michael Penix is doing good, but you lay an A like that, like, it's not like. And I know, as like the Chief apologist right now, but at least the Chiefs have lost to good teams. Buffalo has now lost to a mid team by 10.
What's Atlanta's record? Are they 3-3?
They are not making they are like 3-3.
They're 3-2.
They're 3-2.
But they're also in that one division where it's only gonna be one team making the playoffs.
Yeah, and then like their wins, they lost to the Buccaneers. This is a team that lost 30 points to the Panthers. Just to remind you that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's weird about the NFL this year, Stu, is there's definitely more parity, because like, every time I think I know what's going on, this kind of a game happens. Yes. And I mean, this is why it's so impressive. Like, even when you sit there and you say like the Raiders only won by 10 over a bad team, but like, it's still the NFL. Like, all these teams still have talent. I mean, Atlanta has a ridiculous amount of offensive talent. It's finally starting to show. Like, I think this was a little bit about how good Atlanta could be if they get, Bijan and Drake London and all these dudes connecting. And like Buffalo also, like they don't have like a true number one receiver, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. Like they have some good pieces, but it's like, like you have Josh Allen, but like if Josh Allen has an off game, then I think they put a little bit too much. I mean, granted, James Cook is wonderful. Like they have good tight ends, they have decent receivers, but it's like I feel like it'd be so nice if they had like that true number one receiver that could just take some pressure off of Josh Allen.
But anyway,
yeah, I mean, looking at their receiving stats, yeah, Josh Palmer, Khalil Shakir, Tyrell Shavers, Dawson Knox, like, yeah, if he just had that one wide receiver that could, like you said, just take the pressure off Allen's shoulders, I'm gonna go from an 8 to a 7 with them.
Oh, I mean, yeah. So you think they could beat the Patriots? Oh, I'm the only one that did not.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the game from time to time because I was, I'm in that bowling league on Mondays. They have a TV in the background. It seemed like every play I saw, which wasn't too many of them, seemed like the Falcons' defense were really stopping Buffalo. That's not what Buffalo's is normal to. So I think it was just a down game for the Bills. They'll be ready to go next week, whomever they play.
Yeah,
I mean, I agree. I'm going to say with a 7. I mean, I do think that they lost to the Patriots, but like I think if they played them more times than not, the Bills win that game.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes in this one. It's going to be interesting with Buffalo. Like, I do think Buffalo will make the postseason, but these are giving me they're definitely giving me like Ravens last year vibes. Where it's like, you had the ugly loss to the Browns. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like there's some faults in this one, and then it's like the postseason happens, and it's like I was right about it. And then, Can you believe the Falcons won this game by 10 points? Michael Penix looked amazing, beat them by 10 points. Technically, not making a postseason. They are in that weird 8th spot right now. And last week we gave the Atlanta Falcons both me and Douglas gave them 4s. Christopher was the only one that gave them 5.
Ooh, all right. Oh, I'll keep them at a 5. Yeah, this is, like I said, they're in a division where it's going to be one team making the playoffs, and we already know it's going to be the Buccaneers more than likely, as long as there's not like a crazy downfall by them. So yeah, I'm comfortable with a 5 as well. That's where they might stick around the entire rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm digging a 5 as well. I mean, I personally wouldn't be nearly as shocked as you gentlemen if they did make the playoffs, because like I think that their offensive skill core is like it's elite. I mean, Bijan put up like a ridiculous amount of yards and looked amazing. Drake London had a huge game. Like this team has the talent. If they can figure out how to like complement each other, like watch out for a potential Atlanta run here.
Yeah, Bijan 238 all-purpose yards. That 181-yard rushing touchdown was crazy. So yeah, if the Falcons can get it together, they can move it up to possibly a fight with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I definitely do feel like they're in that good. Like I honestly feel like could you say they're better than? But it's like a really tough division for that to make it that postseason. I think they could probably go over the Seahawks. I do think they could probably go over the 49ers right now.
Well, who do they play this next week? Because I mean, if the Lions beat the Buccaneers and they win their game, I mean, they're sitting there only half a game out.
Speaking of which, they are playing against the 49ers at San Francisco.
Sunday night football.
Sunday night football. That's actually a good game.
We got a banger of a Sunday night and a Monday night. What a week of football we're in for, gentlemen.
And spoiler alert, I might actually put some stock options on the Falcons right now, just because I just feel like they could beat the 49ers.
Ooh, all right,
I agree, Stu. I agree, man. Let Bijan roam again with no Fred Warner, no Nick Bosa. Like those boys might be feasting up there.
They might be feasting in them indeed. And now we got our final game where the Commanders commanded to a game that was super close, but then the Bears finally had a kicker that kicked
Moody, baby. Moody.
And scored a game? What?
It's really unfortunate, though, because, I mean, they should have won this game if Jaden Daniels didn't drop the ball.
That fumble on the 40-yard line on the Bears 40.
A successful fumble or successful run play to run out the clock, and you fumble it. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was hard to watch. I mean, they had this game on ice. Like, you're like, oh, man. Like, I was literally like, oh, the Commanders, cool. They're going to do it. And then, all it takes is one bad play, and boom. All of a sudden, they're, 3-3?
They're 3-3. Last week, we gave the Commanders all sevens, and they're not in the postseason right now. So I'll start with myself. I got to give them a 5. They're not in the postseason rank right now. You're 3-3 right now. It sucks because I just feel like if they would have won this game, I think I probably would be like, boom. They would probably be in the best, in the 6 range and 7 range. But a loss is a loss, and this is a bad loss, to be honest with you. This is definitely one of those losses where it's like,
yeah. I mean, I do think the Bears are getting better, though. I mean, I do think that that Ben Johnson's figuring something out there. But I don't know. This is a tough team to rank because, I mean, they just beat the brakes off of the Chargers last week. So it's like, the hard team to
are the Chargers good? That's the only thing.
No, the Chargers are. Yeah, I mean, Chargers have their injuries here and there, but the Chargers are good. I agree with Stuart. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you as well, Doug. Like, but this football season is crazy. Like, one week you have Commanders blowing out the Chargers. Next week you have the Commanders screwing up themselves to lose the game when they should have won this tight barn burner. Just because, I guess a loss is a loss. They're out of the playoffs. Several teams are above them in the wild card hunt, I guess, if you want to start using those two words right now. 7 to a 5. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go down to a 6. Like, I ultimately think at the end of the day, this is still going to be a playoff team. I mean, I know they're not right now in this moment, but like they still have the pieces. Like, Jaden Daniels was back for the first time in several weeks. Oh man, back-to-back home runs for the Mariners. Now they're only down 8 runs. But I mean, I still think at the end of the day, I mean, the Commanders had this game. Like, they looked good. Like, ultimately, I mean, you still got to finish the game. But I ultimately like what I see from the Commanders, and like I sure as heck wouldn't want to see Jaden Daniels in the playoffs again.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. And can you believe it? The Bears won a game, and they won it by a field goal, and it didn't bounce like that one Phillies game in 2018. Remember that, Douglas?
No, that was funny. That was an all-timer.
Oh my God, that was an all-timer. That's just like when you see like happiness and then sadness all at once. That was like incredible. But we'll start with you, Christopher. Last week we gave the Bears let me check. We gave the Bears you gave them a 3, and me and Douglas gave them 4s.
Wow. Oh man. Yeah, I can easily bump them up to let me look at their record.
They are 3-3 right now.
3-2. Okay.
Yeah, 3-2. Sorry.
No, you're fine. And then they play the Saints next week. So I gave them a 3 last week. So you say?
Yes.
Oh man. And let's see their division standings. All right, they're in last place, but division is also the toughest division. Yeah, bump them up to a 4 for me.
Ooh.
I mean, they won a game that they should have lost, but I always say a win is a win, no matter how you win it. I'm comfortable with a 4.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go all the way up to the 5. I mean, I think they're in a tough division. I mean, their loss is to the Lions and a game that they honestly should have won against the Vikings. So, I mean, this team could be sitting there at 4-1. So, I mean, they kind of got one back from the choke job of week 1. And, I mean, are they perfect? No, but Caleb Williams has taken some strides. He was leading the league in passing touchdowns. Odunze has been good. There's some reason for optimism in the Windy City.
Oh, and also, Christopher, do you want to apologize to Caleb Williams when you said last season, he's a bust?
I will not apologize. Sorry if he listens to our podcast and remembers that.
Yeah.
Last year he was a bust. This year, what? Like I said, they're 3-2. I don't even know who the Bears play this upcoming week. Let's see real quick. Bears.
I think they play against the Saints, right?
Bears. Yeah, I did say that. Yeah, the Saints play in Chicago. So yeah, hopefully Caleb Williams can have another strong day. They can be 4-2, and then maybe by the end of the season I could owe him an apology for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bears could be sitting at first in their division next week, gentlemen.
Yes. And I'm going to give them the 5 for this week. I feel like the Bears are looking a lot better. And you know what the fun fact about this week? They won the same exact score against the Raiders. It was 25-24. And in this game, it was 25-24.
That's fun.
It's like straight opposite of a score origami. Score repeat.
Heck yeah, you love to see it.
Like, that's a weird stat. Like, I'm trying to think, when does that ever happen where the same team won the game with the same amount of points and the same points against your opponent and then won the game in the field goal?
You're asking the right questions, too. I wish I had that kind of knowledge in my head.
Yes, it's like my football knowledge would be like on that one. And can you believe it? The Bears are all done. And that is it for this week's NFL right here. Gentlemen, are you excited for next week's NFL right now?
Oh, man, I'm stoked. Going to that Browns-Dolphins game, but it's still excitement right there because, yeah, like I said, it's what we call it, a toilet bowl or whatever we call it.
Yes. I'm excited. Honestly, we're actually going to have a good London game, the final London game you talked about, Christopher. Rams versus Jaguars. That's going to be an interesting one I'm excited for.
Good Sunday night game, good Monday night game.
Yeah.
You got a good Monday night game.
That's going to be good. Yeah, like Doug said, that Sunday night game, that Monday night game with the Lions and the Buccaneers. Woo!
Yeah, that 7 o'clock one, I'm very much interested. Also, why do we have to have 10 o'clock games?
Well, they're playing in Seattle, so it's 7 o'clock West Coast time. But yeah, for the rest of us East Coasterners,
it's ruining us. It's going to ruin my beauty sleep.
Why are they wearing shoes on their head in these baseball games? I don't understand. I don't understand the shoe hat.
They're wearing shoes on their hats? No kidding.
Hey, sometimes you got to
the Tigers too. It's like a rally hat thing. I don't know.
Sometimes I got to have a shoe on my head, Douglas.
I mean, maybe you need to wear one for the Cowboys, too.
But anyway, gentlemen, do you have any final thoughts for this week's NFL?
I hope the Chiefs aren't back, Stu.
The Chiefs are going to be back. I'm sorry. We're going to, all this like crazy parody, and then the Chiefs win another Super Bowl, and then it's just like we all die and suffer.
So here's my prediction. It's going to be a Lions-Chiefs rematch. Lions win it. Mahomes goes womp, womp, womp.
That's what you hope, but no, we can't have nice things in this world.
No. Shoot.
And what about you, Christopher? Do you have any final thoughts?
No final thoughts.
No final thoughts indeed. So as always, this is it for this week. Next week, we're going to talk about week number 7, and we'll talk about what happens in this crazy NFL, which has been a crazy NFL this season. So as always, I'm going to catch you later, Mr. Gator. So as always, take care. Bye-bye.